This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com. I have with me the Samsung T559 Comeback for T-Mobile USA. It's a rather uniquely designed messaging phone. When the flip is opened up, it reveals a 4-row QWERTY keyboard and a large internal display, as well as a second set of controls around the D-pad. On the outside of the device, a standard 12-key alphanumeric keypad and a D-pad. There's a square passive matrix OLED display. In spite of the fact that it's an OLED display, it's not very impressive. It just lacks the oomph that you find on an AMOLED display. Left-hand edge here we have volume controls and a proprietary Samsung connector port for headsets, USB connectivity, and power. On the right side you can see the hinge, including the two soft keys that are normally used when the device is opened up. On the back there's a 2-megapixel camera, speaker grill right here as well. Not too much to be found on the top, and not too much on the bottom either. Keys on the external keypad have a rather nice feel, and they're laid out very conventionally. It's just like you would expect. The main menu shows a subset of commands. Say we go into messaging here, you can see a number of the items like email are grayed out and you can't be accessed unless you open up the device. When you open up the device, of course, you have access to a full range of features on the phone. In terms of physical design of the keyboard, it's a little odd, but it seems to work pretty well. You've got 4 rows, so the keys are lined up appropriately. Little shortcut buttons like www and .com and stuff like that. @ symbols, very easy to get to, as is the period. Alt key for accessing numbers and symbols. D-pad has a nice feel to it. Call, send, and end right here. Back button, camera button, and a messaging button. You can set that to be whatever messaging related function you wish. Have it set to going to the email mailbox. But again, not real fond of these two soft keys here. They should line up better with the on-screen labels that they represent. But feel the keyboard is quite good. So it's kind of Sidekick-like. It lacks the user interface, of course, but it does have that kind of Sidekick feel to it. The home screen of the device shows a number of shortcuts to commonly used features like the web browser or your SMS inbox. To access the main menu, you have to hit the left soft key, which is a little bit annoying. It's an odd placement, so it's just not really intuitive for bringing up the main menu, which is something you're going to be accessing a lot. Carousel of icons here for accessing items. Here's the messaging inbox. No threaded SMS. There is IM. I've got AIM logged in right now. You can see very straightforward. The Comeback does support email. I have a Gmail account already configured. You can set up AIM, AOL, Yahoo Mail, and then there are a number of other service providers. Quite honestly, though, we've had great difficulty getting Gmail to work. It seems to be logged in properly, but we never pick up any messages, and when we refresh the box it says that it's been disconnected, so we're not sure what's going on there. I've got the mobile version of the MobileBurn web page pulled up. See, it works reasonably well. Instead of controlling zooming, the volume controls on the phone actually control page up and page down functionality. Pull up options here with the left soft key and we'll get into the bookmarks. Navigation through the menu on the browser, which appears to be NetFront, is a little unusual but workable enough. The browser supports full HTML websites, but seems to have limited resources. This is the Yahoo Finance page. It reported that it was unable to complete because it ran out of memory. Zooming is also an issue on this. Go to resize page and then zoom out with the D-pad. It's rather slow and it doesn't really zoom out all that far. So I mean, it's a reasonably capable browser, but it's not going to set the world on fire. The Samsung Comeback includes a copy of Telenav's GPS navigation system. You can use it for turn-by-turn navigation to places you can search for things in your area, that kind of stuff. This is the media application. I'm going to use it to get to the music files. It's a bit of an oddball system, how it works, but it does, once you get in there, can actually play music quite well. Access to the library and sorted music just like you'd expect. Plays in the background, and if you hit the call end key here a second time, it'll give you the option to cancel the application. I'm going to pull up the camera application just so you can see how it works. Here's the menu, nicely organized, very easy to use. Take a picture just by pressing the camera button or the OK button. The application works both with the internal and the external display, so we can start the camera up again. You see it there again. 2 megapixel images, no autofocus or anything like that, but passable. So that's our quick look at the T559 Comeback by Samsung for T-Mobile USA. 3G device, decent data rates, typically within the 400 to 500 kbps per second range. There's a micro SD HC card, so you can put up to a 16 gig card. Unfortunately, it's located underneath the battery, which is a bit of a pain. Interesting form factor, though. Pretty decent 4-row QWERTY keyboard and a nice large internal display. So, it's kind of a slick device. It's something a little bit different for Samsung, and I think it'll probably appeal to a lot of the people that are Sidekick fans. It's not a Sidekick by any stretch, but it does have that same kind of feel to it. So it should work out pretty well for T-Mobile. Again, that's the Samsung T559 Comeback. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.